little sugar boogers, and welcome back to part number 2 of Let's Speed Build, or Let's Speed Build. No, basically we're speed building the wedding chapel, and we're picking up exactly where we left off. I just want to take a second to thank you guys so much for your amazing feedback when it comes to my speed builds. I am really excited that for the most part, you all seem to enjoy them, and it's kind of fun to see how I progress and get just a little bit better with each build. And yeah, I like it. It's something else I can add to my channel, and I actually enjoy building. It's quite fun. I don't know. But for this part, we are just going to kind of finish up the entire lot. I am actually going and doing the outside right now. Obviously, all of the greenery and landscaping and jazz. My goal for this was to really make it lush and inviting, I guess you could say. Now, I know the inside, somebody had mentioned that it's a little, kind of almost gothic. And it is. I personally wasn't going for a super happy, chipper kind of chapel. I just made it the way that I would like it. I don't know. I like it. I think it looks nice. And of course, you're totally free to change up the color palette and add in your own little flavor to the inside. But the outside is definitely pretty happy and gorgeous and beautiful. And I feel like I took a lot of time with the landscaping and making it my own. So just a little bit of a reminder, this speed build is actually kind of amped up as fast as it could be at this point. I know it kind of seems like it's going pretty slow, but that's just because I'm taking a lot of time, and I'm very meticulous with what I'm doing. And for now, I'm not that quick when it comes to building, so I'm sure over time it'll get a little bit faster as we learn the ins and outs of the building stuffs of The Sims 4, I guess you could say. Like, this is probably my first official like hands-on speed build that took me about 2 freaking hours. So I don't know, a lot of effort went into this one. So I put a fence around it, kind of just to, separate it from the outside, and added in some columns. And of course, I'm kind of adding in these Roman columns too. I just liked the way the arch looked. I just thought it was kind of pretty, and kind of just add something to the front of the chapel. So you'll totally see this up for download on Origin, or I keep saying Origin, The Sims 4 gallery, sorry guys. And it's going to be called the Bleeding Heart Chapel, hence probably why it does have a more darker color palette. But again, you're free to change things as you wish. So adding in some lights and such, I actually added these lights in to the columns, which I thought was a very different, well, at least different for me because I've never done this before, different kind of touch, and I digs it. I like it. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in some more of the bushes and things of that sort here. Okay, yep. I decided that I wanted to add some topiary too. I decided to put in a llama, and this is like really where Jen's mind is like a little scatterbrained, I would say. I decided to make the llama extra super duper ginormous and the elephant hella small, like super like tiny, like toy status. I don't know. But my favorite part of the outside of this chapel is actually going to be the back. And you're going to see why later on. I'm adding in some kind of pathways to the back because at first I wasn't sure what I was going to do in terms of the back of the house, but I eventually do figure it out. So just adding in these beautiful trees here. They're definitely my favorite trees. There's just something about them being pink, and they're kind of romantic too, so I like that. And it's starting to come together. I add in so much like plants and crap. It's quite crazy. And I even added in a couple planters boxes in case you wanted to put something in there like flowers, or you wanted to do some sort of fruits. I don't know. I just something else to put in to the place. And I actually grabbed this little fishy and I put him into the fountain, creating like a fish fountain. I don't know. I just was really experimenting a ton in this build, and I think that's why it took me so long, because I didn't really have a clear focus on what I was going to do. So That's pretty much it. I decided, you know what, Jennifer, I thought there was like some sort of outhouse sort of thing, kind of like when you go to the parks and stuff, that you're able to put outside. So that was what I had originally in mind. But then I realized I don't know if you have to unlock it or what the case is or whatever. So I decided to, in this little corner here, go ahead and build kind of like an outhouse sort of deal. I really wasn't sure with what I was doing here at all, as you can tell. But I actually like the way that it ends up turning out. So just bear with me here while I'm experimenting and stuff. And I'm adding in the little stairs and things. I love how close you can get with the stairs. Like, they are so freaking amaze balls. I am so excited. I definitely wanted to get this chapel up and running before I had my Sims kind of marry in it. I'm totally thinking Nina, now that Nina and Chris are finally, yeah, you guys, they're finally engaged. I was thinking this would be kind of the perfect place to kind of get hitched, you know? I mean, it is my creation after all, so I kind of figured why not, right? Or I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm deciding to put a roof in here. Wasn't sure. I'm like, these walls, like, seriously, they look a little strange. A little strange. So we're probably just gonna go ahead and organize that, make it a little bit better. I do think I actually leave the door like that, which comes in handy a lot later. And these little like things that kind of line like the individual flooring are so freaking cool. Like the customization in The Sims 4, even though you don't have that color palette that was there in The Sims 3, you actually get a lot of customization and you are really able to let your creativity kind of flow and show. And that is why I am having so much fun with speed builds. Like in The Sims 3, it was honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, it was the most frustrating damn thing that I ever did since learning how to tie my shoes and ride a damn bike. Okay, and that is before and after I flew into Mr. Johnson's yard and damn near killed his cat. All right, so as you can imagine, okay, it was pretty damn frustrating. So let me just go ahead and tell you, this bathroom, wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't have like enough room on this lot to make it like for multi-sexes, I guess you could say, for male and female. But I was trying to like add a plant on top of the toilet bowl, and it just didn't look right. It like literally looked like if you were to sit down, you would probably get poked in the back with a cactus. It just wasn't cute. But Jennifer still kept trying though. She still kept trying. I don't know when to let things go. But I ended up not even liking the way the bathroom turned out. I was just like, you know what, this is so damn boring. So I end up kind of just rearranging everything entirely, and I love what I ended up doing. You're just gonna have to kind of sit with me for a second and just kind of watch and learn. And yeah, I definitely need to figure out a way to kind of speed build a little bit faster. I actually kind of like the rate that it's going right now because it's like not making me sick and want to throw up. But yeah, I actually take these little shelves here. That one that you see me putting in the corner, and I create almost, and this is like, if somebody has done this before, I'm sure they have, but I literally just discovered this myself, and created kind of like this little thing that goes around the toilet. I don't know what the word is for this thing. I even added in the little plant there. I really like it. I don't know. It looks like it could work, you know? I mean, I could see myself using this in other builds, but for this one specifically, I like it. I do. And then I wanted to add in some paintings up there between the lights. Don't know if I decided to go with it in the end, but I just was playing around and getting it down and dirty and creating and customizing and just having a whole bunch of fun, because I think that's what you need to do. I hear so many people saying, you know, I'm not a builder, Jen. I don't know what I'm doing. And honestly, I don't know what I'm doing either. So you and I, we like BFFs, my friend, because I still don't know what I'm doing. I ended up putting that big old bush on top of the rack or whatever, and I like that too. So the bathroom's coming together, and it looks really fun. I do put in some sort of speaker system just so, you know, while you're taking a deuce or a dump, or maybe, hey, you're really nervous about walking down the aisle, and you may or may not have the case of the squirts. At least you can relax in the very delicate ambience of classical music, yes, okay. I mean, I'm not here to judge you, boo-boo, but it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So just kind of going in and creating a little more thickness on the pathway there. Loving. I added in a horseshoe activity set because I thought it would be fun to kind of have things to do after the wedding. Like, nothing is more awkward than getting hitched and then afterwards, like, standing and looking at each other like, should I or should I not dance with the groom or the wife? is this like, crossing the line now? What do we do? I don't know. But all I knew is that I literally wanted to make this place look like flowers threw up everywhere. And we do a lot more decorating as we go on. I added in some benches too. So, there's just places to hang out. Like, even if you wanted to come here and just like have a little romantic evening, that is a total option. And it primarily serves the purpose of being married, obviously, but there's other things that you can do as well. So here I am just kind of taking a peek around. I was like, I think, I needed a recreation area. I needed some sort of reception area. That's the word. And this is where I think I took the most damn time out of this whole entire build, is trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. So I think I am probably going to cut out the part where I was just completely indecisive and jump to the chase, just so this video isn't like hours long, into kind of the final result of what we decided to stick with in the end, because I couldn't decide if I wanted the roof or I didn't want the roof, or I wanted the roof or I didn't want the roof. And I went through hell and back trying to figure it out. So just give me one quick second. Okay, so it's really not that serious. I was going to totally jump cut, but you'll kind of maybe get an idea of what I did. I also played in these little, I forgot what they were called, but the little kind of outline there. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll put in more columns and I'll be able to make a roof over it somehow, or some sort of like lattice design. I don't know if it's a lattice design, but you know what I mean? Like where you have like an overhang sort of thing. And, yeah, no, this is just all me going all out and being crazy. And I don't like the way it looks at all. I was obviously going to do more columns, and you totally can if you like that look, but I don't. And I try to add in some sort of like overhang, I think is really what the word is. And I didn't like it. The roof didn't look right. Then I couldn't put any sort of like flooring down, so I didn't understand what was happening there, even though the squares were showing up. And like legitimately Jen got frustrated, so I was like, I like it, but it looks so weird being able to see up into the roof and being able to see the way back. So I do think I end up giving up at that point, and I decide just to, say screw this ish here, and let's go ahead and add in some damn stairs. So I think eventually we do add in a few stairs. And I like the way that they came out, because I wasn't sure if I just wanted like to do on one side, but then I decided, you know what, with the way Sims are, I'll just do a whole bunch. And I just like the way that it came out, having the double stairs leading up to the deck area. So there's many ways that you can get in. You can get in through the main part of the church itself, or you can get in through the walkways there. And it kind of fits in perfectly, and it's quite a large space too. I'm going to put in a bar. I'm going to put in a whole bunch of fun things and kind of make it really almost like an outdoor club. So, I mean, you could come here for a drink too. I mean, yeah, let's go to the Bleeding Heart Chapel for a drink, dude. Yeah, let's do it. Pick up some chicks that want to get hitched. It makes perfect freaking sense. Like, don't tell me that's not an ingenious plan, because I think it is. But we're going to go in with all white stuff. I had a little bit of a trouble figuring out what to do with the counters. I don't know why this was so damn hard, but I did. And I ended up just figuring it out myself, as always. Oh, excuse me. I'm not tired, but I'm a little tired. It's kind of weird. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and put in these stools and then move them around a little bit, make them perfect, make them pretty. And, yeah, I think I was like, you know what? You probably need something a little bit different. There we go. Did we get it? All right. Cool. And so there's not like a lot of room for a lot of people, but it does look pretty nice. So, and then I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like trying to make it go kitty corner, and it's just not. And I don't know. It was just really upsetting me and pissing me off at that point. But I wanted to add in some fun accessories. I definitely wanted to add in the wine or the bottle rack, because I felt like, this is an outdoor bar. Kind of color coordinated a little bit. I love, seriously, okay, you want to know my obsession? I love neon lights. Like, I love these freaking neon lights to death. Like, there's just something about them that kills me. I just love them. And then I added in these little martini glass things too. It's just definitely like a total party place. It really is. And I love it. I love this part and how it turned out. And so I kind of wanted to add in some fun things. I did add in like a card table, so that, you know, you can like play, or not a card table. I don't know if it's a card table, but I added in a game table, I guess. So you can like have some fun with your friends out here or whatever, you know, get it in with the in-laws and have a couple drinks. Everybody loosens up. There's music and entertainment, that sort of thing. It may not fit the freaking, you know, the rest of the place, but I added in some flowers to kind of soften things up a little bit, you know. Definitely wanted to make it romantic, and I kind of keep the theme throughout, you know. But the altar is definitely a little more gothic, I guess. But I like it. I love it. And then adding in some rugs just to kind of spice up the patio a little bit. I do think I actually bring the roof over at some point and create that overhang that I was desperately fighting for earlier, and deciding, you know what, put your paws in the air because we just don't care. We're going to put that overhang right there. Pretty much that's what we did. So I don't know. I'm going in with some more shrubbery. I just can't get enough of the plants. I don't know what I was doing. Just a lot of experimenting and things of that sort. But we are almost finished actually with the outside. I wanted to see if I could add in some garland, even though there were snowflakes, don't judge me, to maybe like the beams there, but then I didn't like that. And then I was gonna add in some balloons, but I didn't like that neither. A lot of indecisiveness there, Jen. And then I was like, ooh, pretty. So I like these little thingy-majiggers here, and I think they add just a little bit of extra something to the walls. I really do like those a lot. And I feel like we're missing curtains. I don't know why, but I feel like we are. I feel like there should be curtains right there, but there's not. I don't know what happened to them. I think they got removed, maybe. But yeah, there's that overhang, and I just like the way it looks, because then I went in with these little lamps at some point, and I hung them from the non-existent ceiling. But I do like the way that looks, and it doesn't look too bad. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely coming together. It's awesome. I love it. So I think we're going in and finding those lamps I was talking about. They're like the little kind of papery ones, I guess, and I think they look kind of cute and party-esque and fun. So just gonna put those in, because when I play the slot, I am going to totally kind of color coordinate them. And then I was like, maybe over here I'll, you know, add in an awning. I was so desperate to find an awning, and then I was like, maybe I'll just do this. But then I was like, you don't know, that's gonna look stupid and take too much time. So I was like, you know what, forget it, we don't care. And then I was like, you know, maybe I'll just awning here, sure. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably losing it at that point for show. But I kind of went in and just, for the last few and final things of the build, I added in some rocks. I just liked the way that they looked. I don't know, they looked pretty fancy. I liked them. And then I added in a whole bunch of plants. And then for me, it's like a potato chip. Once you pop, you just can't stop. So I actually went in and decorated the entire side of the house with a whole bunch of plants and shrubbery, as you can see here. I just kind of like outlined the little pathway, I guess is what it's called. I was gonna call it a patchway. Yeah, Jen, it's a patchway. Whatever, the pathway. Who cares? I did it. I did that, and I like it. I love it. I really do. I think I totally surprised myself with this build. Blew my socks off my feet, if you will, and just really went hard in the paint. Definitely a lot of effort into this build, and I'm very excited to have you guys play. And definitely, if you do play anything that I create from the SimStore gallery, totally, and I'm not even joking me, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, like freaking just shoot it over. You know what I mean? I want to see your photos. I want to see your pictures of you having fun with my creations, whether it's a sim I made, or maybe I love this glass eye sculpture, by the way, the llama, too cute. Whether it's a sim I made, or, you know, like a lot, or anything. I would love to see. I get so excited when people share their pictures with me. It makes me so happy. It's like, yeah, you're enjoying it, you know? And I don't know, it just inspires me to make more stuff, and just, cause sometimes I create stuff on there, and like, I legitimately don't even make a video about it. Like, I'll just be like, ooh, I feel like creating a sim, and there we go. We have like a random sim on the gallery. I don't know. I like it. So I end up, not paying attention to that side so much, but I definitely go hard in the paint on this side. Like, llamas, elephants, the whole shenanigans, the whole situation I love. But we are almost finished here. with the build. I think we got 2 minutes on the clock, and then after that we are going to go in and probably experiment a little bit with some pictures. And then that way you can kind of get a bird's eye view of the inside. So I totally want to thank you guys again for supporting me in my decisions to just with my channel in general, and watching this build. If you're still here all the way through 20 minutes in, I applaud you, and thank you again for being so dedicated and supportive. I hope you guys enjoy, and remember, with every speed build, just let me know for future suggestions in the comments down below. Like, what do you want to see? What do you want me to create next? And as long as, and which I will, I'll start writing down usernames. I'll totally give you a shout out as well if I do use your idea, or whatever the case may be. So if you see an idea in the comments down below, you like it, thumbs it up. I want to see how creative and crafty we can get. I want to create new things like clubs and parks and just a whole bunch of stuff. I really want to dabble into building a lot more, like even rooms too. So if you have like room suggestions and things like that. So yeah, okay guys, so pretty much in a nutshell, we are just finishing up the side of the house there. I think it's very obvious that I have thoroughly used almost every single plant known to man in Sims 4. And we add in, obviously, some lighting to the pathway here because I do not need a casualty on my hands. I definitely don't need, Grandma Smoothskin tripping over a cane, breaking a hip in the middle of the ceremony or thereafter. But I think I pretty much figured out what I was going to do with my life in this point. And I decided to add in these little, I love the way this looks. And I think there's an actual planter's box, but these little plants to the side of the building. I don't know. I liked it. I think it looks nice. It just adds something. And I hate dead space when I create. I hate it. I hate having like a whole bunch of stuff everywhere, and then all of a sudden there's like absolutely fun. I almost said it, but I got myself. There's absolutely nothing in some areas. Like, I like to fill them all up. I don't know. It's chaos. It's crazy. But yeah. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Where the sun may or not be shining right now. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the pictures. And until I talk to you next time. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
This